Hey everybody, KC here. So Apple announced this week that it is discontinuing the manufacture of the last iPod. It's called the iPod Touch. And basically what they've said, listen, they have plenty of them on hand, but they're only going to sell them as long as they last. They're not going to make any more. And this is sort of a momentous event, right? The original iPod went on sale in 2001, okay? And the iPod Touch went on sale in 2007 in its first iteration, and it's obviously evolved over the years. And there have been a bunch of other iPod versions over the years, the Shuffle and the Nano and all sorts of stuff like that. But this is sort of a big deal. I haven't had an iPod in a long time because like so many people, basically my iPod is included in my iPhone. Basically, they were for a long number of years now, they've been using sort of the iPod Touch as sort of a, gateway drug to the iPhone because it would cost about $199 to buy an iPod Touch, and it was significantly more than that to buy an iPhone. But it would sort of get you used to the technology. But in so many ways, when you think about it, the iPod itself made so many things possible. For Apple, it made, quite literally, it made all the various technologies that they've experimented with and rolled out over the years. It made them possible. I think I told the story here on Morning News before. I can remember standing up at a CIES technology meeting and holding up what was then the original iPod. It had the little flywheel. This is a newer version of it. I can't even tell you what version this is. I found it in a drawer and saying, hey, listen, you guys don't even realize it now, but this is going to change your lives in terms of how people acquire things. And it's not that I was that smart. It just seemed to me that, Apple was changing the way people acquired music and consumed music. And it was a pretty good bet that Apple wasn't going to stop there. And clearly, I was right. Again, I'm no genius. I was just reading all the right magazines. I also think you have to look at it and say, hey, in so many ways, what Apple did with the iPod originally made so many other things possible, at least in terms of people's imaginations. You got to imagine that at some level, Jeff Bezos, saw technology like the iPod and said, ooh, somewhere he started thinking about Alexa. He started thinking about the various technologies that Amazon has introduced. And the same goes for so many other companies. So, let's hear it for the iPod. It is a great example of how a company can create a thing that gives birth to so many other things, right? It ignites people's imaginations. It opens their wallets and their pocketbooks. And in so many ways, it changes the world. Retailers, it's like the Jack Palance line, right? Just one thing from City Slickers. That's what retailers need to do. And listen, the odds are you're not going to be able to do it on the same level as Apple did it and Steve Jobs did it in terms of the iPod. But if you can find that one thing that opens people's minds, that makes them think about acquisition and consumption differently, man, you may not be able to change the world to the same degree, but maybe you can change your customer's world just a little bit, and in doing so, change yours. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.